Hello, it's Amy with Just a Little Ink. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'd like to share with you a quick thank you card using the Latte Love. Actually, I'm just using the stamp set and some assorted things, but the bundle is on sale right now through the end of June, so June 30th. An extra 10% off. All of our die bundles are on sale through the end of June. So I'm going to show you this. It's a really quick card, and I'm going to show you the card idea that I got, and I cased this off of from the catalog. So give me just one moment, and we're going to switch to my hands. So what I got this idea from, these catalogs still have some wonderful ideas in them. So I'm going to pull it a little closer to the camera. I really liked this layout. I don't have the stamp set that they did. I may or may not have all the other pieces, but I liked the layout, and so that's what I'm basing this particular card idea off of. So much fun. So I have got basic white thick cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and grab my bone folder, give it a nice crease. It gets it where it lays nice and flat. But if you're looking for a quick card, this is going to be it, and it is so beautiful. So you want that folded in half. You also want a piece of basic white cardstock. You could use the thick. I'm not. But I'm going to set this away because I think it sees it better on the black. But you want one that's 4 by 5 1/4, typical layering size. You're also going to want a piece of the same basic white cardstock. I have cut it out using the Stylish Shapes, the largest of the circles. So it's about a 3 1/4 inch square piece that you'll end up needing. And then I need some strips from the coordinating Latte Love paper suite, and it is right now on low inventory. So if you're wanting the paper, they may have it back in stock, but it very likely will go out of inventory here soon. I've also grabbed a piece of, and I believe this is from the Essentials Baker's Twine. This one, I can't even tell you what color it is. It's not our linen thread, though linen thread would work. I'm thinking it could be pecan pie. And then I want just a teeny strip. This is a 2 inch by 1/2 inch piece of Calypso Coral. Your scraps, you get that idea, is a great way to do this card. So I'm going to set my twine out of the way, and I'm going to work on my my layering. So I'm going to grab, you need some sort of a measurement, and I should have grabbed my my glass mat, because I will tell you the glass mat is a great option. You can lay it down, and it you've got that grid there, but I just need something that's going to give me a grid for laying this down. So I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer. Really, honestly, all these things work. You need some sort of adhesive. I'm choosing to use our Stampin' Seal, and I actually have just 4 pieces, 2 each of the same paper, because all our paper is 2-sided. Okay, so I'm going to slide this over just a slight bit. I am going to make this be at about 1 1/4 inches. I know this is 1 inch and this is about, and honestly it's not exact, it's fine. I want this to be about 1 1/4 inches up. And you only need this for the first one, because you want this to be straight. And so that's really where having some sort of a grid is helpful. Our grid paper would work as well. So you just need to get it started. Once you've got it started, then I'm going to come in and layer these other 3 pieces on top. And they're just going to set just right along that edge. And then I'm going to put another one. See, are they the same? I'm figuring that part out really well. And come here, and like so. There we go. And then the last piece. Super, super simple. So much fun. And then, I bought this bundle. I love coffee. If you know me, you know I love coffee. Love to go to coffee, love to drink coffee. I probably have an addiction with coffee, but we won't tell anyone. So I'm going to trim that off if you have any little edges that are not quite where they need to be, and then you can set this aside. I'm going to grab these two pieces because we'll need to stamp on these. So from the Latte Love stamp set, I am only using the open cup, and I'm going to use the heart. I could use either one. This is for where my latte would be in there. And so I need my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And I'm going to ink up. Oops, and I got one more thing I got to go grab, because guess what? I decided not to grab everything. And light here. So give it nice firm pressure. While I'm waiting, we're going to go ahead and grab one more. I want that thanks so much stamp, which might fit on there. I think I'll choose something I know it'll fit on. Do you ever do that? I just keep a certain selection of them on my table. So all right, and then we're going to stamp on this little sliver, and that's where the photopolymer is so nice, especially with our greetings. I've gotten kind of where it's really my preference. I wasn't really a fan when we first came out with them, but I have been so much more so afterwards. So I want that there. I will clean those stamps after a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to grab that other piece I need. Hold on. So now that I've grabbed, I needed my Stampin' Blends. I'm using the Calypso Coral blends. I'm using both the light and the dark. You could just use one. And I'm going to come in these areas that the artist already had shaded, and I'm going to do a little bit with the dark, just to give some interest. And it's really your best hit or plan when you're wanting to do any kind of shading. And I prefer to go dark to light. It's really not any rule that says you have to go one way or the other. That's just my preference. It's what I have learned to do, and it works well for me. So, but if you choose to go the other way, you can. So then I'm going into that dark with the light, and I tend to use the bullet tip. Unless I'm doing a big area, I don't have a tendency to use the other. And all of that does when I'm coming in between there is it blends that edge. So I come back into the dark, kind of scroll through here. This is really simple coloring. Even if you're someone who does not love coloring, it's a calming thing for me, so I could color all day long. Takes me back to my childhood. But even if you're someone who does not love coloring, this is really minimal coloring. So it's not like you need to do a lot of it. So it comes into here a little bit like so. And that's all I'm doing with the blends. Seriously, it's not that much. Then I'm going to grab that latte part that I need, and I'm going to use our pecan pie because to me that was the right color for my coffee. And I'm going to make sure my handle's a little higher. You could really, the handle can be anywhere you'd like it. But I'm going to come in here, stamp, get it nice and inked. And what I've noticed about this is it's not as wide as the opening of the cup. And I know when I did it, I shared this stamp set a number of weeks ago, probably months ago at this point when it first came out. And I shared it with watercolor, but guess what? You don't have to even watercolor to get this idea. So I pulled out my pecan pie Stampin' Right marker. I am going to use that brush tip. This is water-based ink. I stamped it in water-based ink. So I'm just going to come along that edge, and I'm going to drag it along to fill in the rest of the cup. And because the inks are the same, it's gonna blend really, really pretty well to fill in that edge. And you just have to keep it. And you want to use your brush tip on the side. You never want to go straight down. It will definitely mess up your brush tip. And then you're going to wonder why it doesn't work real well. So you always want to use it on the side. So, like so, super, super fast. Okay, if I had any areas I wanted to kind of work on and clean up, I could. I see one little area here that just because my eye sees it, I'm going to come in. So grab there, put my marker away. It really is super, super fast. So then we've got our parts and our pieces ready to assemble everything. So I'm going to take my greeting and I'm going to grab out my paper snips. And what I want to do is give it an angle. That was similar to that card idea that we saw in the catalog. So I'm going to come, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch. It's not even a full quarter. And I'm going to come all the way up to the point. That's what I want for here. And then, so I can put my markers away. And I'm going to grab just a little bit of adhesive. Again, whatever your favorite adhesive is will work. I'm going to line this here. And I want to line up my greeting down here, like so. Then I can put some dimensionals on the back. Stampin' Dimensionals just lift things up in a way that nothing else seems to do. It just gives interest. So I need a dimensional there. And then I normally go 3 on my circles. You can do more. You really don't need more. Like so. I'm going to take those backs off. And let's see here. I'm going to throw those little boogers away later. And grab my thing. And this was off on the side just a little ways. And so kind of cool that it lifted it up. I don't want it too far, but like so. So I've got my coffee on the front. I've got my card base, and it's a blank inside. That's on purpose. And I'm going to put this on the front with no dimensionals just because I don't want it too thick. It does keep it more mailable, which is kind of fun. So line it up here. I'm going to come in and center it on my card front, like so, and like so. And oops, you know what? Almost forgot something. Let's see if I can help it out a little. So, little hint when you mess up. No one else boopers, right? So I'm going to grab here. What I'm going to do is need to use this twine. Almost forgot about my twine. So I'm going to tie this in a bow. Doesn't have to be any fancy bow. Doesn't have to be even. Going to loose here, a little bit here. So how are we doing on our loops? Are they similar-ish? Okay. And I'm going to grab a glue dot. It went right on the edge. Okay, so I'm going to grab a glue dot. This is what I should have done before. Pull it off. And the good news is we can just slide it underneath here. So we're going to slide it up under. I want it to kind of tuck underneath there. So see, that worked. There's always a way to fix things. Okay, so grab my tail out of the way on my ribbon, or my twine, excuse me. I want to make sure those are closer to the same size. There we go. Okay. Get rid of my snips. And it's easy enough to slide another dimensional kind of underneath there. So I'm going to take the end off, or the dimensional off on the other side. And if I did things correctly, like so, you will never know that it wasn't there. See, get a little closer to the camera. However, we're not quite done. So I've got the coordinating gems. These are the adhesive backed swirl dots that coordinate with this suite of products. And you could choose to use the cream colored ones, but I want to use those, goodness, does one come out again? I want to use the, let's stop here. I slid open the bottom so that I can slide these in and out. It's just easier for me. So I like using my take your pick tool and the putty end. So I'm going to grab that, and I want to put just a few of them. I would grab here. So I'm going to put one, and sometimes they go where they want to go. Right here. I'm going to grab another one and kind of come down at an angle. And then I'm going to grab a third one, and you could do more than 3. I like 3s, and so like so. And I think that's all this card needs. But we need one more little thing, just because I've been trying to be better at not sending what I refer to, and I've heard others refer to, it's not mine, a naked envelope. So with that, this stamp set has this coffee splot, and I thought, well, that would work really well. And so I'm going to take it. I've got my envelope here, and I'm going to open up that pecan pie again since it's sitting here and I've got it handy. And I'm just going to put a coffee splat in a couple places. I'm going to put one here because I thought that was pretty cool. And then I'm going to actually put one up and on the back side, like so, just as though someone spilled coffee on the front of the card. So back here for a moment. Thanks again for joining me. I will have a link on my on this YouTube video that you can follow and find all of the not measurements, those you'll need to watch the video for, but you will find all of the products that we used in this video. Easy click on links so you can be taken directly to my online store, justalittleink.stampinup.net. Please comment, like, and share, and I look forward to seeing you again soon with another video. Have a wonderful rest of your day.